Hi guys and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Now after playing last episode, I had a chance to lie down, let it all sink in, and I came to the conclusion, this game is awesome. And I found out there are like 10 endings, so I decided to track them all down, because I had a lot of fun doing the last episode. Also, look at computer. Computerception. Ooh. I think I actually found 2 endings last time. Something with the confusion ending in where I died. I was a crazy man, I died on the streets. And something like the happy ending where I find the mind control facility and shut it down. So I think there are like 8 more endings to find. So I'm guessing like I should either not listen to the narrator or listen to everything the narrator says, because I did a mix of those things last time. So let's see. I'm not gonna make you sit through the whole game for every ending, but for this one, it's still fun to do. Man, it's a long loading time. Come on! Load. Please? Why won't you load? Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, it moved. I'll probably just cut this out. Come on. Come on. Jesus Christ, this takes you out of the game, man. Jesus Christ. This takes so long. It didn't take this long the first time, and there we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Also, the graphics were at low to
And
medium
then
before,
one day, something very peculiar happened.
so I bumped them up.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So yeah, bumped up the graphics. Looks nice. Not bad for an indie game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So I'm guessing I'm going to follow along with everything the narrator says. And if it actually leads me back to the happy ending, the last thing in last episode, I'll just, press the turn on button or something. I should be able to find another ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I did it. I listened. I'm capable of following orders.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's hope.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm glad I didn't listen last time. The not listening is a lot more fun. I executive bathroom. It's like the dream of every employee. Of course, it's locked. Can I go in here? Nah, guess not.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
It's not that secret.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Bigger button, bigger button, bigger button. Loading, 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 loading. Loading, 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 loading. Loading, 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 loading. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, so we've arrived at a mind control
Stanley walked
facility.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I think if we actually follow along with everything he says, we're going to arrive at the happy ending, where the door opens and I'm free to go. So let's go to the escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Does it meet our violent death?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah. I'm not going to listen
At
to
this
you.
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, it's like the cake, except it's not a lie. Whoa! Is that it? Like, I died. Can't be it. Whoa! I'm stuck. Stuck.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stan. This can't be it. I knew it.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No. No! Well, why would you say that if you're going to let me go? I don't get it. Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What
Really?
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Where?
When
What?
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Oh, this is so awesome. Look. This is like the game It's like an overview of the game. This is so cool. Oh, this is like a secret room. Developer room. Okay, so these are all the paintings in the game. Okay, these are those doors. The office. 01, 02, 03. So exciting. Not really, but kind of. The two doors. The set of two doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once its room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. An exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Okay, I guess I have to start at the beginning. Right, this is my desk. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Throughout the core layout remains identical to the first iteration. Okay. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor had been moved and altered to make sure players could reach the two doors in a good time. And now we have the two doors. Ooh, the buttons, the buttons, the buttons. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Riveting. Okay, so these are the credits. Computers. Turn them all off, because I'm a bitch like that. Filing cabinets. Boss's office. Screens. Alright, I like the middle one the best, so they chose right. It's like a little museum of the Stanley Parable. The office clock. It is a museum. That's so awesome. Lounge. Underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game. What's this?
Now, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to. When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of it. Then he pushed the number 4.
Cool. Outtakes. Okay. That was here. We have to go back. I kind of like this. I mean, this is not that interesting to see, but it's a museum about the game in the game, and it looks like a museum. That's so cool. Freedom ending. That's the very incarnation of the freedom ending game's alpha. Can't look out. Countdown desk. Okay, I don't have the countdown ending yet. Freedom ending. Countdown room. How's this thingy? Monitor room elevator. For a time the elevator in the monitor room could go up and down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the two endings together instead. Freedom and countdown. Okay. Let's go here. I want to see everything. I like museums. Give me some mock-up. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of addition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. So much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from his mock-up is still the game. Huh, yeah, that's a lot different. It's all dystopian and shit. It's like my office behind a glass pane. Stanley's office. From left to right, evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Okay. Now it's got bigger. What? Oh, one monitor. Cool. This is also awesome. The lounge. An early version. I'm probably boring you to hell, but I think this is awesome. The apartment timer. In the previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending. Oh, so many endings. A time would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Jesus Christ. The cargo lift. The cargo lift is always intended to offer the choice for staying or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Phew. Cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. Oh man, this place is big! Awesome, I mean, just look at it, it's like... This is an actual museum with a museum layout about the game that's in the game. Hidden in an ending. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represented the 4th edition of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Ah. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever, narrator would describe what color level they are pulled. Can I? Ah, I can't interact. Alright. Okay, so this is Zending. The early version of the ending, known as the Zending, was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. I mean, I haven't been there. I want to see it all. The game is now paused. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so I'm back here. Anything down here? No, this is back to the freedom ending and stuff. I want to make sure I've gotten everything. Yeah, I think I've got all. So I have to go here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Who? Should I do this to off?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
Oh. So if I begin the game again, that's actually an ending. And if I let myself die... Oh, I don't know what to do. Is it actually a thing if I quit the game now? Will it go on to a different ending? What if I let myself die? Is death another beginning on this game?
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna die. I died. Oh, everything's black and I'm still going. Wait, am I like dead now? I don't think anything's going to happen until I restart the game. That was weird. I like the first ending, I like the best. Confusion ending. But whatever. I guess all the endings together are the experience. Alright, I'll begin the game again. Man, that was weird. And I'm back. Man, all this is so weird. Alright, thank you all for watching. I found another ending. And please stick with me for another ending. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye!